Ever traveled to a new place and felt like everyone was speaking a foreign language, even though they were speaking your language? It's a common experience for many travelers. You step off the plane, excited to explore a new city, only to find that the locals' way of speaking is almost incomprehensible. It's not just the words they use, but the way they say them that throws you off. This phenomenon can be both fascinating and frustrating, but it's all part of the adventure. That's the magic of accents. They can transform a simple conversation into a rich tapestry of sounds and rhythms. Each accent carries with it a piece of history, culture, and identity. When you hear someone speak with a distinct accent, you're not just hearing their words, you're hearing their story. Accents can tell you where a person is from, what kind of community they grew up in, and even what kind of experiences they've had. Accents are like the spice of language, adding flavor and personality to the way we speak. Just as a pinch of salt can enhance the taste of a dish, an accent can add depth and character to our speech. Imagine a world where everyone spoke in the same monotone voice. How dull would that be? Accents bring color and vibrancy to our conversations, making each interaction unique and memorable. They're influenced by where we grew up, the people we hang out with, and even our social class. Our accents are shaped by a myriad of factors, including our environment, our social circles, and our personal experiences. For instance, someone who grew up in a bustling city might have a different accent than someone who grew up in a rural area. Similarly, our accents can change over time as we move to new places and meet new people. It's a dynamic and ever-evolving aspect of our identity. Think of accents as a linguistic fingerprint, making each of us unique and identifiable by our speech patterns. Just as no two fingerprints are exactly alike, no two accents are identical. Even within the same region, you'll find subtle variations in the way people speak. These differences are what make language so fascinating and diverse. So the next time you hear someone with a different accent, take a moment to appreciate the richness and complexity of their speech. It's a beautiful reminder of the diversity that makes our world so interesting. Accents are not just about pronunciation. They also involve intonation, rhythm, and even body language. When we speak, we use more than just our vocal cords. Our entire body gets involved in the process. The way we move our hands, the expressions on our faces, and the way we position our bodies all contribute to the way our accents are perceived. This is why accents can be so expressive and engaging. They add an extra layer of meaning to our words, making our communication more dynamic and impactful. Learning a new accent can be a fun and rewarding experience. It allows you to step into someone else's shoes and see the world from their perspective. It can also improve your communication skills and make you more adaptable in different social situations. Whether you're an actor preparing for a role, a traveler trying to blend in with the locals, or just someone who loves languages, mastering a new accent can open up a whole new world of possibilities. Accents have evolved over time, influenced by historical events, migrations, and cultural exchanges. The way we speak today is the result of centuries of linguistic evolution. For example, the English spoken in Shakespeare's time was quite different from the English we speak today. Accents have changed and adapted to reflect the changing world around us. This ongoing evolution is what keeps language alive and vibrant. Different professions also have their own unique accents and jargon. Think about how a doctor, a lawyer, or a tech expert might speak. Each profession has its own set of terms and ways of speaking that can be almost like a separate language. These professional accents help to create a sense of identity and belonging within a particular field. They also serve as a way to communicate complex ideas more efficiently among experts. Social class can also play a significant role in shaping our accents. In many societies, certain accents are associated with higher social status, while others are linked to lower status. These associations can influence the way we perceive and judge others based on their speech. It's important to be aware of these biases and to appreciate the diversity of accents without making assumptions about a person's background or abilities. In the end, accents are a celebration of our individuality and our shared humanity. They remind us that while we may come from different places and have different experiences, we all have a voice that deserves to be heard. So let's embrace the beauty of accents and the richness they bring to our lives. After all, it's our differences that make us unique and our shared love of language that brings us together. Now let's talk about two heavyweight contenders in the accent arena, British and American English. These two accents have been the subject of much debate and fascination for years. They are not just ways of speaking, but are deeply embedded in the cultural identities of their respective countries. These two have a long-standing rivalry, often portrayed in movies and TV shows as posh Brits versus laid-back Americans. This rivalry is not just about pronunciation, but also about the different lifestyles and attitudes that these accents represent. The British accent often evokes images of sophistication and formality, while the American accent is associated with a more relaxed and casual demeanor. British accent expert. From the Queen's English to the surfer slang of California, these accents couldn't be more different. The British accent, with its various regional variations, can range from the refined tones of received pronunciation to the distinctive sounds of Cockney. On the other hand, the American accent varies from the Southern drawl to the fast-paced speech of New Yorkers. These accents couldn't be more different. The British accent is often seen as more formal and proper, while the American accent is viewed as more informal and approachable. This difference is not just in the way words are pronounced, but also in the rhythm and intonation of speech. British English tends to have a more melodic and varied intonation, while American English is often more monotone. American accent expert. But hey, variety is the spice of life, right? The diversity in accents adds richness to the English language and reflects the cultural diversity of the English-speaking world. Whether you prefer the crisp, clear enunciation of British English or the relaxed, easygoing style of American English, there's no denying that both accents have their own unique charm and appeal. So, which one do you prefer? The choice is yours. Accents can lead to some hilarious misunderstandings. They add a layer of complexity to our interactions, often resulting in moments that are both amusing and enlightening. When people from different parts of the world come together, their unique ways of speaking can create situations that are both unexpected and entertaining. Young British speaker. Imagine a Brit asking for a rubber in America, a simple request that can lead to quite the confusion. In the UK, a rubber is what Americans call an eraser, a tool used to remove pencil marks. However, in the United States, the word rubber is commonly understood to mean a condom, only to be met with confused stares. They mean an eraser. The innocent request for a rubber can suddenly become a source of embarrassment or laughter, depending on the context and the people involved. This simple difference in terminology highlights how the same language can evolve differently in various regions. Young American speaker or an American asking for pants in the UK, thinking they are asking for trousers. In the United States, pants refers to what the British call trousers, the outer garment covering the body from the waist to the ankles. But in the UK, pants means underwear, and being directed to the underwear section, they meant trousers. This can lead to some awkward moments in clothing stores, where the American might be shown a selection of undergarments instead of the trousers they were looking for. Such mix-ups are a perfect example of how language can play tricks on us. It's all part of the fun. These little misunderstandings and the laughter they bring, they remind us that language is a living, evolving entity shaped by culture and history. These moments of confusion can be icebreakers, leading to conversations about the differences and similarities in our languages, reminding us that communication is about more than just words. It's about understanding and connecting with each other. Nonverbal cues such as gestures, facial expressions, and tone of voice play a crucial role in conveying meaning. Even when words fail us, these cues can help bridge the gap, ensuring that our message is understood. Young French speaker. Consider a French person asking for a preservative in an English-speaking country. In French, preservative means condom, but in English, a preservative is something used to keep food from spoiling. This can lead to some puzzled looks and a lot of laughter when the French speaker is handed a jar of pickles instead of what they were actually asking for. It's a classic example of how direct translations can sometimes go hilariously wrong. Young German speaker. Or think about a German person asking for a gift in an English-speaking country. In German, gift means poison. But in English, a gift is something you give to someone as a present. This can lead to some very concerned looks and a lot of explaining to do. It's another reminder of how the same word can have very different meanings in different languages. These hilarious accent mishaps and language mix-ups are more than just funny stories. They are opportunities to learn about each other and to appreciate the rich diversity of our world. They show us that even though we might speak different languages or have different accents, we all share the same human experience. In the end, it's all about communication, connection, and the joy of discovering the many ways we can understand each other. Whether it's through words, gestures, or shared laughter, these moments remind us of our shared humanity and the beauty of our diverse world. Thanks for my channel, Learn English Free.